Pour fast, because this thing gets hot. By gets, I mean is. Ow! 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 The play symbol floated up! Behold, finally, yellow play button. I 3D printed a mold of the, a plastic version of the YouTube play button that we're gonna take a mold of. Is that kinetic sand? Yes, it is. I'm picking the lead out of it. It's got lead granules from the last time we used it for casting, which is fine for what we're going to be doing. Here, we need to kind of fluff it up a bit, because we need to press the new fake play button into it. So it needs to be fluffy enough to take on the shape and like get into the crack. Using kinetic sand to make molds is actually pretty nice. I've done it before with metal molds. I've done it to cast lead and bismuth, and it's always worked pretty well. It's not perfect. You do have to like finish the outer layer of your thing a little more to get the lead off. Or to get the sand off. But you know, it mostly gets the job done. I have some more over here. This isn't the only sand I've got. You don't really want to pack it out from the beginning because you want to be able to do this. We'll be able to pull this out once we get the cast set and see if it like has any pockets or anything. And then we can put loose sand in the pockets and then push it back in. So it's not like a one and done type deal. We also kind of want a spillway, like a little thing on the side that has a little route going in. That's because when you pour the lead, it's heavy and it displaces the sand. So if you pour it into the mold, you have a divot. But if you pour it on the side, it'll flow in and then it'll be nice. Let's see if this is clean. It's pretty clean, man. Looks pretty clean to me, at least. Looks like we packed it in there just right. All right, but we need to scoop out a little trowel in the side. You're gonna wonder why, but like, trust me, I've learned from past mistakes. Because otherwise, if you dump it straight in there, it's gonna make a big divot. So you scoop out a little like side one, and then this is where you pour the lead when it's molten. Also, before you ask, yes, of course I'm gonna be eating out of this skillet later. I don't know why you would imply otherwise. Let's focus up on this one. Let me get my, let's see, fireproof gloves. The small skillet means big flavor. It's true. Oh wait, shit. How do I light this? All right, hang on a second. Ow! We got it! So let's move this. All right, hang on a second. Pour fast, because this thing gets hot. By gets, I mean is. Ow! Fuck! Ow! Ow! The play symbol floated up! I don't know if the gloves are thick enough, bro. Dude, how'd the play symbol come undone, man? It like, was it because we pre-packed it? Did that like keep it from sticking to the bottom? That's actually tragic. Maybe a little bit of fucking up. Tell you what, I need to wrap another towel around the handle next time. Even with like these thick ass welding gloves that you can use to hold like red hot, not red hot, but you can use it to hold pretty hot metal. I'm just waiting for this to cool. You may think it's cooled already, and maybe it's like cooled enough that it's not liquid anymore where we can pull it out, but like these take a while. It's pretty thick. It's so disappointing that this floated, that it wasn't attached. We can see if our spillway worked though. We can see how smooth the rest of the button is. It's fine that it splashes around. That doesn't really affect the overall look too bad. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. And then normally you would then enter the stage of scraping all the sand off. I mean, we'll scrape some of the sand off just because otherwise I'm gonna have to skim it off the top like crazy. Like, once you clear the sand off of it, you can see that it's got a pretty decent surface. You can see the layer lines. It might actually be worth sanding the 3D print before we redo the mold, though. That floating up that's tragic, man. because the mold actually turned out pretty good. Well, hang on. Well, if we have to redo it, this sand is still really hot. We might as well sand this down and get the layer lines off since it actually did transfer into the video. All right, hang on. I knew we'd have to pack this out more. Hang on a second. And we'll put it back in. All right, hang on. Keeping the edges of this hard is tricky. Play button abuse. Let's not get burnt when we do this again. This time. Oh. All right, let's put the lead tortilla in here. And we had to go to the Giga backup plan. I'm hoping it is. All right, our lead is melted. The lead soup is looking nice. Let's see how this one goes. Big moment. Let's get a towel on the thing so I don't fucking burn my hand again. I don't think lead has the same trait. All right, pour incoming. Don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That was clean. All right. Fingers crossed. That went really well. Oh, let's see what our play button looks like. Oh, boys. It's still really hot. Just want to, like, say, in case you're like, yes, start scraping it. The heat is radiating off of it like a furnace. Oh, man, I hope it turned out well. Oh, there's the little play symbol. Lick it. I don't need those kind of toxins in my life. There's a little defect here, but that's okay. That's the charm. Oh, the cast turned out so good though, didn't it? Like, I'm shocked at how clean it is as is. Here, I can start pulling these pieces off. This is probably the most like, ow. It's still really hot. This is like one of the best things that I've cast. Oh my gosh. It weighs like... It weighs so much. It weighs like 10 pounds, man. It'd be a lot if it was just made of metal. Nonetheless, it's made of lead. The actual play button is not made of silver either. If you're gonna polish it, don't use steel wool. You'll scratch the shit out of it. Unfortunately, it's already kind of scratched. So we're gonna need to go for a brushed look here. So maybe some sandpaper here. Lead is soft though, you're right. Okay, it's getting cooler, but it's still pretty hot. We're gonna have to go for the brushed look though, for sure. All right, we have so much we can decorate our shadow box with that we're gonna mount this in. Let me take the back out of this thing. Here, I can take this out and give it a plain white background. Honestly, we probably want a black background. Arrow pointing the wrong way? No, what do you, why do you think I'm gonna do it with the arrow pointing the wrong way? The acrylic, this isn't glass. When I ordered this, I thought it was glass. So it's not gonna explode into a billion pieces when I blast it to pieces with an airbag, which is kind of sad. The real question is, how do we mount the lead button onto this without it falling? Because it does weigh 10 pounds. How do I get this part off? Hang on, yeah, wait, how do I take the front glass off? Because it doesn't look like I have any access to it. Oh, luckily this piece of shit is broken, so I can take the glass out the front. Excellent. Just what I needed. Thank you, Mr. Bezos. How much did I pay for this thing? It wasn't cheap. It wasn't expensive, but like, it wasn't as cheap as you would think it was. How much did you spend on this stream? The only expense is this. I think it was like 15 bucks. The airbag was generously donated, and I already had the lead from when I made the Lunchables and the 100% lead Stanley Cup. Let's see, we have all those cigarettes. We could have them go around it like a wreath, or around the edges of the frame or something. It would add to the cancerous, it would add to the cancer-causing properties. You're right, I should put some Americum in the center. All right, hang on. This should all be mounted together. You know, they could have given me thicker acrylic for the money. I might just mark where the holes are. You could, like, measure the distance and do some, you know, math and calculations. The desk getting new holes every damn day. Alright, hang on a second. Hang on, I gotta do some yoga to line this up. What the fuck? That doesn't line up at all. I think I lined one of these screws up completely wrong because all of them line up except this one. Yep, hang on a second. Well, you know what they say, measure once, drill twice. Measure 0 times, drill some amount of times. I don't need to hear any lip from you, okay? If it's able to hang on upside down like that, I'd say our lead play button is looking pretty damn good. This is the fact you can't take this part out and you just have to do this. This is what it's gonna be like when YouTube sends me a real one. All right, hang on. We need a radioactive sample to add in here too. Excellent. Small alpha particle blaster, throw in there as well. Any prismatics? I could put some prismatics in there. Yeah, we should throw some of these in here too. Do they cause cancer? They can't be good for you. Some Nerf darts. Doesn't fit the cancer theme, but they are like all over the basement already. So yeah, might as well blast some more. Then we mount this guy back. It's so heavy. I'm afraid it's gonna rip out, but it'd have to rip pretty far, so at least have that going for us. I think the acrylic is strong enough to keep it in there. Yeah, baby. Oh, it's delectable. It's secured, yeah, it's secured by 3-hole screws. How could you ever think that it's anything but? The safest way to blow something up is with an airbag, because it's violent enough to be funny, but it doesn't set off an actual explosive charge that can, like, blow your hand off. Getting our mount, oh my gosh, wait, this might just work. This might be if this works, this is the easiest way to mount this up ever. We might literally be able to mount it like this, and then take the shadow box, take our toxic play button, and mount, oh, yeah, baby, it would screw into the frame here. This is stronger than the frame, so the frame will go instead. That's the idea of these. Am I just rocket the entire thing off? I don't know, we'll find out. Let's get this guy bolted in. What? Oh my gosh, I bolted this to the table. There we go. I think I might be stupid. Amazing work, I know. I think if I jam a screwdriver, or hang on, if I jam this in the back, it should do it, okay? I think it has a fail safe. Let's see if this works. All right, 3, 2, 1. It works! Oh! Smells like airbag in here. Holy shit! That didn't do hardly anything. Now we do need to find that radioactive sample. Oh, the poor Siggy. It got shredded. Pour it out for the Siggy. Rest in pieces. Rested pepperonis. Oh wow, it shattered the acrylic. I didn't realize that. Hang on, wait. The acrylic is like destroyed. Dude, wait, where did the lead, did that thing smack into the ceiling, actually? Hang on a second. Because you have to see, like, the light playing off of it. There's little pieces all over. I call that pretty successful. Oh my gosh, wait. Are you kidding me? Hang on a second. There's a massive fucking dent in the pipe where it hit. So it must have launched straight up into there, and then just fell straight down. It isn't deformed or anything though. Lead is pretty soft. It can deform. Well, I call that a job well done.